They'll fight the fights that are best for them. Somebody would like to see I'm losing my mind here. Tonight, Toney fight Big Valuev. What a circus event that would be.
What a circus event that would be indeed. The whole thing seems to many like a circus in and of itself. Let's hope it all plays out in some coherent fashion the next couple of years. Thank you very much, Larry. I'll be back with you in a minute. Thank you, Dan Raphael from ESPN.com, and thank you very much, World Heavyweight Champion Lennox Lewis. All right, we showed you an individual look at Hasim Rahman earlier. Let's turn our attention now to the man who once won a middleweight world championship at a neat and petite 160 pounds and weighed in for this fight at a whopping 237. Larry Merchant tells us James Toney's Buddha belly is by no means the only element of his persona that is larger than life.
The Wild Card Boxing Club in Hollywood. Home away from home for pros and cons, champs and chumps.
Let's get the office.
And James Toney, boisterous, profane, real as sweat.
I'm gonna show you. Everybody how boxing supposed to be done.
Toney dominates the gym with the intimidating attitude, as John L. Sullivan put it, that he can lick any man in the house.
He's just brutal on the sparring partners. He runs out of more sparring partners than anyone.
Come on, what? Come on, what? Come on, bitch.
Toney first made his reputation in crowded Detroit gyms where survival was victory.
These guys was killing me every day. They wouldn't take it easy on me. So why should I take it easy on the heavyweight guys today? Come on, what? Come on, what? You scary bitch.
Trash talking starts in the beginning of the ring, and it doesn't end until we leave the gym.
I'll bust you up. I'll bust you up, boy.
He talked about my mom, my sisters, my brother. He talked about everybody in my family, and it got to me.
Oh, my God, it's happening. Busting him up.
Well, one, he come Puerto Rican. And I'm like, hell no, I'm Mexican.
That's the beans and right, bitch. Can't fuck with me, boy.
No, there's times you get to me mentally, your mama or your baby mama or...
Stop up little beans, Hector. Boxing is about learning your craft. I'm teaching guys how to learn their craft. Now, it's up to them. If they want to take it and run with it, I'm not going to force it upon them.
Bring your ass. Oh, man, you want some too?
Toney's rough, tough reputation was forged early in his career. There was always an edge to him, a rage that seemed ready to erupt at any given moment.
Told everybody out there, Michael Nunn, Nigel Benn, bring your ass. I'm ready for y'all. I ain't skipping.
James, you won the fight.
Get your track shoes on.
my game. That's
Get your track shoes on, boy.
That's just my game.
I'm knocking your punk ass out.
Toney is always on the verge of being the embattled Toney.
I'm talking. I talk when I sleep, punk.
But according to those who know him best, including himself, there's a kinder, gentler version.
He's this personable, joking, fun, charismatic, next-door neighbor type with the people.
He talks a lot of shit in the gym, you know, inside the ring, dude, but it's on love, man, you know what I mean?
At the press conference, they see me all amped up and stuff, but they'll say, oh, damn, that guy's an asshole. But then when the same people meet me in person, they're like, oh, he's just a doll. I love him. He's cute and all that, and he's bubbly.
He's so clever and funny sometimes that he makes me laugh. And I try not to because I don't want to really egg him on.
He's Freddie Roach, the world's greatest trainer, also the world's #1 freak. Trust me.
He is comical. I mean, he's funny.
Everybody see his fight face, and you know, and it fears them. But once you get to know the guy, you will love him.
Trainer Freddie Roach had to challenge him physically to get his respect.
Mickey Rourke had a boxing gym called the Outlaw Boxing Club. James Toney was training for the Roy Jones fight there. I had nothing to really do with him. They were just using my gym, and I lived there.
I had a bad day in the gym. One of my sparring partners got the best of me today. I wasn't feeling too good, right?
He got mad and he threw a chair through the wall. I went after him.
I said, Freddie, I ain't got time for this shit. Get out my face before I mess you up.
He told me, I'll kick your ass, white boy. I says, but you'll know you've been in a fight when we're through. Come on, let's go.
He threw me up for the rest of the camp. And after that, that's when we bonded.
James will push your buttons a little bit, try to get a rise out of you, but really he's a nice guy when you get to know him. If you can wait it out, there's usually a smile behind it.
As the twilight of his remarkable career converges with its climax tonight, James Toney finally seems content.
No, I think I'm boxing's happiest, man, because I'm in a spot right now where everybody want to be at. You know, I'm 37 years old. I still got everything. Got my wits, my mind, the looks. I still got it all, you know what I'm saying? Woo! Ain't nobody like me, telling you.
All right, back at ringside and now with HBO's World Championship Boxing expert commentator Emmanuel Stewart. Emmanuel, the big question about Toney as he goes up the ladder in the heavyweight division becomes obvious. Is he going to fade away against a real heavyweight puncher like Rahman, or will he be able to continue to frustrate and break down big men as he's done in the past?
I wish I had an answer, but Jim, I'm very honest. I don't know myself. This is the first time that James Toney is fighting what I consider a really solid, big, strong, physically hard-punching heavyweight. And he has had victories before with the Holyfields and other fighters, and even Ruiz, but nothing like Hasim Rahman. James Toney is a small guy, but he has found a way to beat a lot of big guys. So it's very difficult to say what's going to happen in this fight.
All right, and Larry Merchant, as Emmanuel Stewart points out, Hasim Rahman punches like a heavyweight, looks the way a heavyweight is supposed to look. So is he going to be up to the task now as he goes in against a bowling ball of a former middleweight?
Well, he says that Toney is still a middleweight in that all his weight is around his middle. But if you stood them side by side, what you'd be looking at is a bigger guy against a shorter guy, an older guy against a younger guy, a guy with hair against a bald guy, a fat guy against an in-shape guy. But Toney is a 2-to-1 favorite because he looks best where it counts in the ring. What Rahman has going for him is the certain knowledge that he is the much bigger puncher. And from his own experience, that shot heard round the world against Lennox Lewis, he knows that one punch can change a fighter's life. And what we want to find out tonight is he a two-punch wonder?
And he wants to find that out too. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape now for the two heavyweights, James Toney and Hasim Rahman. There's been a lot of discussion about weight, and here's where you get to learn that Rahman is 33 years old with a 4-year, I should say, age advantage over Toney. A 5.5-inch height advantage for Rahman, who also has 2.5 inches in arm length advantage when measured from the armpit to the end of the fist. Rahman is rock hard, evenly distributed, seemingly in the best shape of his career at 238. Toney at 237 is a fat tub of goo. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Hasim Rahman James Toney fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3-knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards if the 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell at any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
And congratulations to Harold Letterman on marking his 20th anniversary, unofficially scoring the fights for HBO. A happy occasion for his former Las Vegas dinner dining partner, James Toney. And Toney, as you can see, now attempts to become the second oldest fighter ever to win the heavyweight championship. He would be older than Jersey Joe Walcott or Ezra Charles. Only the 45-year-old George Foreman was older than Toney as he approaches this task. And of course, it's kind of poetic because if there's an old school fighter in boxing at this moment, Larry, this is the guy.
It's counterintuitive that a guy made like him can be in this position in the heavyweight division. But, we see a lot of these NFL linemen who look like they came right from a Thanksgiving Day parade, floating above the parade. Fat guys who really can move and play and are athletic.
Manny, when he was a middleweight, he used to train from time to time in your gym. Could you have envisioned at that time he would fight for the heavyweight title?
Never. He's a legend at the Crunk Gym. He would come in the gym, the first thing he would come in and say, "Let the beatings begin." And at that time, we had so many good middleweights, Joe McClellan, Frankie Lyles, Fabian Williams, all of those guys was there, Michael Moore. James would box with all of them.
Did he box with Tommy Hearns?
He never boxed with Tommy. I wouldn't let it happen. But he just called me up a week ago and says, "I hear you got a new white middleweight there, and I'm coming over to kick his ass." And I said, "Well, wait a minute, you're not even a middleweight anymore." He says, "Well, after I get through whipping this boy next week, I'm going to lose weight and come down and whip Andy Lee."
Not a middleweight, still an ass kicker. That's the way he sees it. And now here comes Hasim Rahman, who won the World Championship from Lennox Lewis in April of 2001 in Johannesburg, South Africa, lost a court fight aimed at preventing a rematch, and then was whacked by Lewis with a right hand in the rematch. Rahman has been as in and out as any fighter in the sport, Larry. Wildly unpredictable. Why will he be good tonight?
Well, he hasn't won an important fight since the first fight with Lewis. And he's a fighter who is in financial distress, and this is really a must win for him. I think that having changed the people in his camp, having gotten himself in shape, he will go into the ring confident. The question is, can he maintain the confidence if he gets frustrated by Toney?
Annie, he spent all of 2005 training to fight Vitaly Klitschko, a fight that never took place. Was it good for him that he trained, and then trained again?
I think it's good for him, especially in view of the fact that he didn't have the long amateur background like most of the top fighters up there, and he's learned to fight the hard way by fighting all these top guys. So training was good for him.
Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Presented by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, celebrating its 40th anniversary, and Goose and Tudor Promotions, in association with Caesars Atlantic City, and sponsored by Super Fighter. Sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr. Chairman Tony Orlando. WBC President Jose Suleiman. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout on the 10-point system will be Tommy Kazmarek, John Stewart, and Nobuaki Uratani. And inside the ring, the man in charge of the action when the bell rings, your referee, Eddie Cotton. And now from Boardwalk Hall, by way of Caesars Atlantic City, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! In the blue corner, wearing dark blue trimmed with silver, official weight 237 pounds, professional record 69 victories, including 43 knockouts, with 4 defeats, 2 bouts even, and 1 no contest. From Detroit, Michigan, the challenger, former middleweight world champion, former super middleweight world champion, former cruiserweight champion of the world, James Lights Out Toney. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with red, official weight 238 pounds, professional record 41 victories, including 33 knockouts, with 5 defeats and 1 draw. From Baltimore, Maryland, the reigning, defending, 2-time WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Hasim Rahman.
All right, boxers, you both received my instructions in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands. All right, last but not least, protect yourself at all times. All right, let's touch gloves. Let's go.
The heavyweight division seems to fans like an army of rabble